Alright. Welcome back to One Piece Anime Review, Episode 117. There is a still strong possibility I can still get to my new anime today. It just depends. I wanted to get this done because I read some stuff today, so I figured I wanted to get it done. So, here discussing episodes for the One Piece review series from the Wano arc. This is basically from part 12 of the release batch episodes for dub. Episodes 1029, 1032. 1039, 1030 is simply put the two-part prelude to One Piece Red. And according to Mando Lee, the one that voices Uta, they actually recorded this two-parter. This one came out just last year. This particular two-parter. I think it was last year. According to her, they recorded this the same time they did the dub for the One Piece Red movie. Yep. Simply put, basically this two-parter is how Luffy met Uta. So we show him flashback, where we hear them listening to her song on a recording shell, because they apparently have CDs in the world. So basically, you kind of get, in a way, Luffy first meeting Shanks and Uta. So they just hang out on the island for a while. They put like actual children. They run around the island, of course, with a village. And Luffy, if you watch this flashback, Luffy does not have the straw hat yet. Also, he does not have his Delphi powers. That doesn't happen until later on. So this is set before the flashback you see in episode 2 of the series. You know, the flashback that was an adaptation of chapter 1 of the manga. So they establish their little adventures they have together, eventually leave, and then they don't come back. It's explained One Piece Red what exactly happened is that her singing caused the island to go nuts. And so basically, in a way, this flashback continued in a flashback in the One Piece Red movie, and that set up One Piece Red. And after Uta left, they'll mention her, and eventually the stuff we saw in the flashback actually happened. Luffy gets angry over Shanks being insulted, and as a response for just freaking disagreeing with him, he eats basically the gum fruit and gets his superpowers, and the stuff we see in the pilot in the flashback just happened. So after these two episodes, then we see then we come back to present day. Now, to date, that is the last known two-part prelude for a movie, because I have not heard anything in the release on their movie yet. I mean, I've only seen the last two released in theaters, that being One Piece Stampede and One Piece Red. They did One Piece, I think they did Stampede as part of I think it was the 20th anniversary of the manga, I believe it was. Yes. Red came out just a couple years ago, so unknown we get another one for that one. I wouldn't mind seeing another one, but right now I don't think basically Toei wants to. They probably want to focus on getting more of the anime out there. So, in the main two episodes themselves, here's basically what happens. We have Trafalgar Law taking down everybody except for Luffy down below, while Luffy and Kaido begin their long fight that takes up almost 100 episodes. Roughly almost 2 years of TV for this particular fight, until it's briefly stopped and eventually concluded. So they fight for a bit, and Zoro's basically out of it until Trafalgar Law bandages him up and gives off to Sanji, and Sanji has to carry him around. And people bragging the fact, Zero's got higher bounty he does. In the case of the Scabbards, they're basically running to where Momonosuke is. And, of course, Yamato creates a distraction by, making a doll version of Momo basically to distract the Kaido's men. Cat Fiber is informed about Pedro dying, and the fact the man who caused it, Perospero, the man with an awesome look but hate the fact basically his tongue sticking out, is in the island was chasing after him. Perospero ends up, we see Chop fighting, Queen, until basically he's stopped by Perospero. Queen basically was like, why are you interfering my fight for? And, by the way, in case you're wondering, who is absent in these two episodes? Jinbei is not here, neither is Brook, and Nico Robin. These three are not here at all. Heck, you know who else is not here? Frankie is not here. Yeah, these four are complete absent of these 2 episodes. And then, of course, Zeus gets free and, of course, runs to find Big Mom. Meanwhile, though, Page 1 is still chasing Nami, Otama, and Usopp on, of course, Thomas Dog. And then all of a sudden, Big Mom comes out of nowhere. They're stopped. And, of course, well, Big Mom was like, "Oh, Otama, great to see you again." It's like a comment her kimono and her hair's like, of course, mentioned what happened with Kaido's been basically destroying, including killing people. And Big Mom gets very angry. And it's like, hey Big Mom, you, this guy behind us, he's one of Kaido's men. He's like, when it comes to you dare destroy the village, and she proceeds to punch Page 1, knocking him out. He's out for the rest of the whole arc. Yeah, he does not do anything after this. And of course, like, yeah, I think, she's basically part too. It's like, Bob Techno's like, why would it help you? And then, of course, Uchi proceeds to headbutt Otama. And of course, Uchi's trying to get away. And of course, Nami is very upset with Uchi. And then she proceeds to nearly fry her for hitting Otama, ending these 4 episodes. Like, damn. Yeah, I think what Nami is, she's basically got childhood trauma, but yeah, everybody's mad at Uchi basically for basically doing that. But excellent 2 episodes of the main Wano stuff. The One Piece Red Up, I remember these episodes really well because I viewed them already when they originally came out, so I have fond memories of them. Now, there's no new characters introduced here per se, but we get a lot of progression, a little bit of progression here and there, but we're not to the good stuff just yet. Oh, by the way, Sanji is like still running. Well, I already mentioned Sanji, but yeah. So, whether even more depends. So that's pretty much it. Particular review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. So next up we have is 2 Common Corners. Okay, thanks, Phil. Bye.